Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, thanks for stopping by. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe. Tonight, I am just really gonna be playing with some bright colors, kind of like what I'm wearing, to give you a little hint. As you can already tell, I've already done my face makeup, nothing too fancy, just kind of threw something on. I did want this video to be more focused on my eyes. So let's jump right into that and see what we can create. I'll be starting this look off with my Morphe 25A Copper Spice palette in the color Mojave. I'm just going to be applying this into my crease. So I'm just blending in that first shade that we used, and I'm going to be winging this to the side. As you can tell, since we are going to be doing a cut crease, you definitely want to make sure you get this part right. It looks so much better in the end. Going back in with that same Morphe palette in the color version, just a little bit of a darker brown shade, but again, all these colors are going to be very neutral. I'm going to get a fine point brush, something very small. That way I can pop this into my crease right above my lid. And I do this slowly because I do want this to be pretty precise, as well as the wing. It's kind of like eyeliner. You really want to just kind of like slowly and gently apply to get that color on the spot you want it to. And it gives it that more of the cat eye winged effect. So I just finished up adding the darker brown into my crease. I'm grabbing a blending brush and just starting to blend in that second shade that we used into the first shade that we used. Now I will also be dabbing this blending brush into the first shade to just go over the top of it, just to make sure it's blended beautifully. And again, I'm just going to be continuing to wing this look because we are going to be doing a cut crease. So when you do more dramatic of the wing with this, it looks better overall. And I'm just really trying to, again, get it to wing and blend and beautifully, just like I need it to. So now for concealer and cutting this, I would definitely advise using something that is more cream based. This is of course my Kylie concealer. You guys know I love this stuff. I tried using my MAC Paint Pot, which is I'm a super huge fan of, but it's super drying and it dries really quick, and once it dries you can't move it. So with this I would advise using something that is more cream based, so that way you can move it around, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here in a moment once we switch actual applicators. So with this I'm just using the applicator from the actual concealer, applying this over my eyelids, and I'll also be cutting my wing, the top wing, a little bit more, which I love doing this with concealer. I feel like it really makes that pop. But I'm not going all the way up to where my crease is because I'm going to be using a smaller brush and I don't want it to go everywhere. So this one's too big. But with the Beauty Blender, I'm just going to be gently and precisely blending this concealer out so it's more applied to my actual eyelid and my but with this brush, again, this is the one that's a little bit more defined. It's kind of got a slight edge to it. You could definitely use it for like your eyeliner and stuff like that, even your eyebrows. But I wanted something that was going to be sharp and precise. So I'm just grabbing the concealer that was already applied to my eyelid, and I'm just moving that directly up into my crease. When you start doing this, you'll start realizing how this look really comes together. So I absolutely love this. But again, I definitely want to advise using the normal applicator to go all the way up into your crease. It's just going to smear it and mess it all kinds of up. But just apply it as high as you can, slowly blend it out with a Beauty Blender, and then grab something smaller, precise, and then use that to blend that concealer into your crease. And it makes it look really good and precise overall. Okay, so for this next step, I am going to be grabbing the small brush I used to apply that darker shade into my crease, and I'm going to go back over with it. Of course, you want to be very careful because you don't want to mess up what you just applied with the concealer and pressing that up into your crease. But again, just to make sure it stays defined against that concealer and the lighter color. I'll also grab my, of course, my blending brush and blend that out. And then I'll just kind of hop around on this because you'll want to just do it until you really feel like it looks good. So when you do the cut crease, again, you'll keep going over and doing like kind of the same steps. So like what I'm doing here is I'm grabbing my beauty blender, and then I'm just making sure any type of fallout didn't fall on it, and just I'll kind of jump around with the brushes, going back in with the beauty blenders, stuff like that. Okay, so I think I've really blended the crease with the concealer, you know, kind of meeting in the middle. I do want to set the concealer, but I, again, want to stick with neutral colors. So I'm going back in with that same Morphe palette, but I'm going to be setting this with the color Sand Dollar right here. It's just a really flat base matte powder. So I'm going to, again, apply that to that flat MAC brush, and I'm really just going to push that against where I have that concealer just to kind of set it again and keep it neutral. And then once I'm done here, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then we'll go from there. So this is the same brush that I used to do the cut crease with the second shade of that brown to really cut my crease. But I'm going to be using this with my J. La Rue Cosmetics. This is in the color of Love Spell. It's a super beautiful neon pink, and I just applied that into the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm just dragging that under my waterline. I will also do that to the other side, and we're going to start bringing some colors in. We've been neutral for a minute, so let's add some color. Now for eyeliner, I'm going to be using Maybelline New York Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. Now this stuff it was the first time I used it. Again, I haven't used it ever, and I just saw it in the store, so I thought, why not try to pick it up. The very end tip is very fine point, so that's great. And it was kind of like a pen, so it was really easy to honestly draw on. It was able to also focus on really giving it a wing. I think with this cut crease, any cut crease, like you have to have black eyeliner, or just any eyeliner. You have to have eyeliner on your, you know, normal eyeliner area. But like with this, again, I loved it. But it's kind of like a marker. So like it's hard to kind of describe to you, but you know, with a marker, when you hold it up in the wrong direction for so long, then when you try to write with it, it's like the ink won't come out. You have to kind of shake it down. And that's the issue I had with this, is that it went on really well. You know, it was really precise so that I could give it a really good wing. But the issue that I had is that like I had to literally shake the pen for the ink to come out the other side, because holding it in the direction I needed to do my wing eyeliner, again, it caused it to kind of go the other direction. So then it just stopped coming out as thick as it did when I first started using it. But as you can tell, it gives it really good, you know, a good corner, you know, like for wing eyeliners where you really want to try to get that sharp as you can. it did good, but as you can tell, I shake it because it's not coming out like the way it was at first. So, you know, I wouldn't probably buy this again. Not that it didn't work well, it's just simply the fact that it just wouldn't come out after a certain amount of time. So.
Shut up!
Okay, so now that I've winged that eyeliner, I'm going to be going in with my Suva Beauty Hydro Liner in the color Scrunchy. I have used this once before. I've used the white one a couple times, and I have not yet really mastered this stuff as much as I want, but y'all, this girl is determined. So again, just to remind everyone, this is the eyeliner that's water activated, and you have to get the consistency right, because if it's too watery, it's just like paint. It just kind of droops. If you leave it a little thick, kind of like, you know, where you need eyeliner to be, it goes on easier. I'm using just my paintbrushes, has a super fine point. You know, I've said this in my other videos, I get them from Hobby Lobby, but I am using this to ultimately give myself kind of two eyeliners. I absolutely love this look. I love the neutral colors with the bright pinks and hot pinks. It's just amazing. I don't know if you guys love it as much as me, but I think it looks really good. So yeah, I'm just, again, applying this to that crease area, and then I'll, again, also do that on the other side. While I'm applying this pink into my crease, you'll also see me grab a blending brush from time to time and just blend the brown above it. I'm huge into blending. You don't have to do this, but if you feel like it doesn't look as blended as it should, just lightly blend, again, right above the peak liner or whatever liner you decide to use. I will also apply this pink, the neon pink that I have in my crease, onto my waterline. This is a little hard to do, like I was telling you before, because of the consistency. You have to get it right. The drier, the better, especially for the waterline, so it doesn't go into your eyes. So just take your time and be careful with it if it's something you decide to use, and put in those areas. And then I will grab some falsies, throw those on as well. Just waiting for this glue to get tacky. So neutral lips is what I'm going to go with. I love the neutral eyes. I think a neutral lip is going to go super good with this because it really makes the pink color pop. So I'm going to be going in with my MAC lip pencil in the color Whirl, and then I'll just be applying a nude lipstick, and then I will top it with more of like a shimmer glitter on top of that. Okay, yeah, absolutely love this look. So now for this product, this is Fenty Beauty's highlighter. Ugh, to die for. Now, I wasn't going to use this product because I'm going to be saving this. I got a whole box of unwrapping to do, but the pink in this was seriously amazing. I could not help myself. Now, I'm not going to be applying a lot. It's kind of hard to see in this. I just wanted my highlighter to have a really cute pink tint. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that as my highlight. Now for my setting spray, I'm going in with my MAC setting spray. I will be, of course, applying as much as I feel like on my face, grabbing my beauty blender and just pushing that into my skin. I feel like this helps with those air bubbles and gives it a flawless look overall to give this a good finish. All right, guys, so we are done. I enjoyed this look so much. It was so much fun. This was honestly my first time doing a double cut crease. And, I think I did pretty good. So, can't wait to do more looks like this. I love the neutrals and the neon. So, thank you guys again for watching the video, especially for you guys who finished it. Until next time.